Show. Hey, Miss Renee Show. Where we at on Miss Renee Show? I said where we at, y'all, on the Miss Renee Show. Yeah, where we at, y'all? Hey, where we at, y'all? Right here on Georgia Avenue. Oh yeah, we right here, y'all.
Miss Renee Show.
We gon' sing right here.
Miss Renee Show.
Yeah, Miss Renee.
Show.
Oh yeah, we gon' do it here.
Miss Renee Show.
Right here in Listen Vision, y'all.
Miss Renee Show.
Oh yeah, Miss Renee.
Miss Renee Show.
I like how you sing it.
Thank you, Mustafa.
Girl, I like how you sing it now.
Thank you, Mustafa.
And where we at now?
Miss Renee Show.
If they didn't know it's,
Thank you, Mustafa.
hey, you're welcome, Miss.
Miss Renee Show.
Make sure y'all tune in.
With Miss Renee Show.
Yeah, tune in.
Miss Renee Show.
Yeah, tune in.
Miss Renee Show.
Oh yeah, I need you to tune in.
Miss Renee Show.
We just getting started, but tune in, y'all.
Miss Renee Show.
In a minute we gonna have to leave, but
You're listening to Sharice Jones and Mustafa Captain. Soul
yeah,
Star. Thank you for tuning in. I love them. I want the show to end. God
yeah.
bless you. Stay tuned for H.O. Bar, the Hour Power.
Okay, let's go.
Miss Renee Show.
I think I feel good right now on it.
Miss Renee Show.
Yeah.
Miss Renee Show.
Uh-oh.
I said Mustafa.
Miss Renee Show.
I say Mustafa.
We on the Miss Renee Show.
I say Mustafa.
Miss Renee Show.
Here's Morgan Johnson. No curfew. Miss Renee Show.
Okay, I like that right there. Miss Renee Show.
Renee Allen and friends, y'all.
Hey, Miss Renee Show. Oh yeah, we on.
Miss Renee Show.
Thank you for tuning in.
God bless. Good night, y'all.
Better sing it one more time, y'all.
Hey.
Miss Renee Show.
Yeah.
Girl, we're gonna be on the Gathering and Ministries Choir soon.
Child, they
lady.
will not let me on. I have tried many times.
What about it, Shaman? You think we gonna make it? Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Renee Allen and Friends show with the wonderful A Woman's Voice, Lady Nakia Wright. We're gonna start. Yes, where's that bell, girl? Get your bell over there, girl.
Bell.
Yes, you know, we love the bell. She and I, we love the bell because a lot of
Bell
times you
abusers.
can't scream the way you want to scream.
Yeah, bell
and you just want
abusers.
people to know something's happening. Yes. So listen, we have a lot going on. I haven't been on the air for a while. I just want to say, you know, everyone's going through things and it's just timing. And I am no exception. And so it's just been, 3-4 weeks?
Yes.
Because some people are trying to do some stuff that you know he's not going to allow, right? Everybody say, right. Yes. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. So I just want to welcome you back again. It's so good to see you.
It's so great to be here. It's good to see you.
I love you.
I feel good. I love you too.
I wish all women were like Lady Nakia Wright and Shami Sham because they are real deal. Let me tell you, Miss Dawn Harvey Cumming, that's another one. I mean, I love to be surrounded about great women because there's so many women that are just so lost and broken and just so I'll just leave it like that. But we just want to be around positive women.
Yes,
So
there's
I
strength and
appreciate-
positivity.
Yes,
There's
ma'am.
strength and positivity.
Yes, ma'am. So let's get started.
Let's get
Look, I
started.
cannot start this show without saying hello to my mom. You better
Hey,
say
Mom. How are you?
Charlotte Fraser,
Hey,
Connecticut.
Mommy.
Hey, Lily.
Hey, Boo, if you're watching.
That's what I love about you and Bishop Wright. They always booing each other down. Boo, 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 boo. I love it. Yes.
I got excited about it. My knees started shaking under the table and everything else. Help me, Lord.
That's how every woman should feel about their boo, okay? So if you don't, you better find another boo.
I'm trying to wrongboo.com.
Look, we have got to start off this show by thanking a media icon for a lifetime of community service and love to the people, and that's none other than Jim Vance.
Yes.
My God, rest in peace, my brother. The last time I saw him, Lady Nakia, Wright, was at the unveiling about a month or so ago at Ben's Chili Bowl. There he is.
Yes.
Salute to you, dear sir.
Yes.
And for the new unveiling of the new mural. So, and he looked so good. And, you know, he was just the same Jim Vance.
Yes, he's a sweetheart.
Yeah, you were the one that sent me the information on my inbox.
Yes.
Oh, I love you. I just do. So just, just love and shout outs to his family and really the whole world, because he was just loved by everyone. The longest standing anchor on, I believe, WRC, which is I'm affiliate of NBC, I believe. Don't look, charge my head, not my heart, but everyone knows Jim Vance, and most people in the media following him were at least mentored or spoke with him. So God bless you. May you rest in peace.
Amen. He was an icon for our area, and we just wish his family well. We're praying for their strength and their peace, and we'll do everything we can to keep his legacy alive, because he was a great man.
Thank you. We want to give a shout out to one of the inaugural co-hosts of this show, one of my dear friends, which is Karen Marie Alston. She had a birthday at Kingfish. Yes, at Kingfish. There she goes. Bam.
Fabulous.
Boom.
Yes.
Hello. And, you know, she had a little, was in GW for a minute. And let me tell you, the doctors would not let her go. You know why? That's Karen Marie Alston being Karen Marie Alston. But I want to say, hey, girl, you know, I know you're home resting and getting strong, and we love you, we miss you, and I'll see you soon. Yes, Karen Marie Alston. So let's talk about some things that are going on, some of the things this weekend. One of which is Heart and Soul Wellness Expo. Yes!
It's a do not miss for sure.
Oh, my goodness. And it's free! Lady Nakia,
beat
right?
that.
It's free.
You cannot beat that.
Yes.
Yes.
Make it down there. They have a panel about sex. They have all kinds of great, interesting topics. And panels, and Karen Marie Alston, I believe, is on one of those panels. And they have, of course, Lamont Rucker from Greenleaf, and Angela Robinson from what? The Have and Have Nots. You know the one you watch.
That's a great lineup.
Yeah, at the convention center, please support Heart and Soul, because they pour their heart and soul into every event that they do, and there's such great sponsors and supporters of everything, including what we did.
Absolutely.
At, our Star Power event.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank
They
you.
give back to the community. So show up, support them. They are great, great icons in our community. And when people take their own money to be a blessing to you, you have to support them. So we are looking forward to seeing you this weekend at the Heart and Soul Expo at the Convention Center.
I had to hop off for a minute and get the flyers that Michael Graham gave me, because I've been passing them out, okay? Yes. Okay, we're going to put them right here so people can remember. What do you think about that?
I love it.
All right. We also have, listen, I don't know who nominated me, but the thing that I treasure the most about my life is being a mom, and I know you do as well.
Absolutely.
Your heartbeat and all that.
Woo.
And I'll tell you, if I could have nominated you, I would.
I know that's
Okay, and
right.
I
Is it
will
too late?
next time. Girl,
Is it
let
too
me
late? Is
find
somebody
out.
listening? Is it too late?
But there is a movement in the inaugural Moms Who Rock. And Maggie Francois, who is Fancy Francois, who is a friend of the Renee Allen and Friends show, is coordinating this. But she might have been the one that nominated me, for all I know.
Wow.
But thank you, people out there. It's going to be an amazing time. And there it is right there. Tickets are still available on Eventbrite. It's Moms Who Rock.
Oh, I love it.
Yes, and it's the Empire son that we all love, and his mother, Andrea Mulberry. And we will be on, we'll tell you about that later in the Facebook. So you watch the Facebook. Yes, watch the Renee Allen and Friends, and Renee Allen and A Women's Voice. We'll have it on there. Some great things happening on Friday and Saturday. Also, we have, Dr. Renee Duhalay. She does a lot for the youth. She's here. She's from Africa. She's back and forth throughout the continents. And she's in Africa, I believe, right now. But she is having this youth event with the Mystics.
Wow.
And that's, yes, we have to talk about that. We get some kids from the church.
I love it.
That's Friday, August 18th from 5 to 9 at the Verizon Center. And it is free to whom cannot make a donation, but she is asking for at least a $20 donation because there's a lot of cost to it. But if you can't, and you know that, and you know God is watching, then just let me know. Inbox Nakia Wright or myself, and we'll make sure that your son or daughter gets a chance to see what happens at the Mystic Games, okay?
Amen.
Yes, that's Dr. Remy Duhalay. Lastly, we have, the one we love, Afro Newspaper. They're celebrating their 150th anniversary.
Wow, that's worthy of celebrating.
And
Yes.
Marlo Lee, Shirter Lee, I believe is how you pronounce it. She is the author of Hidden Figures, and she's going to be, Shami is over there laughing at us. What is going
And giving
on?
us direction.
She's the author of Hidden Figures, and she's the keynote. This is going to be a wonderful night, August 12th. Oh, the 125th anniversary. I'm sorry, I gave him another 25 years. And it's going to be at Martin's Crosswinds. So tickets are still available, VIP tables. This is going to be an event that you will want to be in attendance. So
Wonderful.
Afro-American Newspapers 125th Anniversary Gala. Yes, that's Edgar Brookins. How you doing? Yes. So listen, I think it's time.
It's time
For a Woman's Voice.
Yes!
Segment that I love on the Renee Allen and Friends show. And we'll be right back because, you know what I wanted to do? Show a picture of our girl, the first guest of Renee Allen and Friends show 2 years ago, Silver Logan Sharp and her bow. Bam!
Yes,
Boom.
I love that picture.
Our girl got married about a week ago. And
Gorgeous.
it was gorgeous. The wedding was outside in Woodmore, and it was just fabulous. And I just want to say congratulations to our girl, Silver Logan Sharp, and her man, Daryl. So it's Mr. and Mrs. Hunt now. I'm going to see if she's going to change her name.
Wow.
Or add the Hunt. But it's the Hunts now, y'all. So
I love
congratulate her. And we're going to take a break. I think I have Silver Logan Sharp coming up, one of her songs, which I love the CD, The Groovement. Please support her, okay? And then we'll be back with what?
A woman's voice. Did I try to sing that? I did.
You're funny.
Questions echo in my mind, won't leave me alone. I walk these empty streets at night, I'm far away from home. I'm living in a no man's land, wandering without a plan. Falling when I try to stand, I'm fading as I'm waiting. It's a lonely world without you, and I'm a lonely soul waiting for your return. You're the hope that I hold on to. I am here for you to find me, find me. I see you when I close my eyes, I see you in my dreams. You tell me that in perfect time you will rescue me and take me from this broken place. Come to me and kiss my face. Promise me I'll be okay and save me from my breaking. It's a lonely world without you, and I'm a lonely soul waiting for your return. You're the hope that I hold on to. I am here for you to find me, waiting here for you to find me, find me. this broken place. Come to me and kiss my face. Promise me I'll be okay and save me from my breaking. Oh, it's a lonely world without you, and I'm a lonely soul waiting for your return. You're the hope that I hold on to. I am here for you to find me. Oh, I'm waiting here for you. I am here for you to find me. Waiting here for you to find me. Yeah, yeah.
Welcome to a Woman's Voice segment on the Renee Allen and Friends show. Boy, are we excited and happy to be here. It feels like forever. I am so honored to be sitting next to the Dr. Dawn Harvey.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I'm excited because today's her birthday, and she chose to spend her birthday with me today. How great and incredible is that?
I'm so blessed by the invitation. Thank you for having me.
Amen. I asked her to come today because she has such a relevant, on-time word for where we are in the earth today. So it gave me honor to sit next to you and to share this moment with you. A Woman's Voice is dedicated and committed to women, reminding them that your voice matters, waking up the things that's inside of them, dusting off dreams and telling them that you can be all that God designed you to be, and it starts with a choice. Just choose to be happy, choose to be successful, and choose to go on. So what greater way than to bring Dawn Harvey on her birthday, who speaks into the lives of women every day, to join us and speak with us. Welcome.
Thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. And I just, anytime we get to spend together, it's so much fun, but it's also such a revelation of what we need to do and what needs to happen next, and I enjoyed that.
Amen. I met Dr. Harvey about a little over a year ago. It seems like forever. And she has been a consistent answer in my life. I don't think that I've ever called her A and she's not been there, or B, I've ever had a problem, an idea, or just a inquiry about something, and she's not been there. And it's very rare to find those types of hearts today. So I am so grateful for who you are to me. I mean, I words will never be able to articulate the love that I have for you, but I'm just grateful for you being in my life in this season.
Oh, I'm blessed as well. We met by accident, but on purpose.
Yes.
You know, I kind of didn't plan to be there. I think you kind of came at the last minute, and we have been connected ever since. And my heart's desire is to be an answer. You know, so often we find things in the earth that are problems, but my mentor always told me, if you are presented with a problem, find the solution instead of being disgruntled about one.
That's very well said. Tell us what's going on. As a matter of fact, before you tell us what's going on, share a little what's on your heart and what you would like to say to the millions of people that are watching us today or listening.
Wow. So reflecting on my birthday, at 15 years old, I was diagnosed with uterine cancer. I had surgery. They said I wouldn't survive the surgery. About 2 months later, the cancer, I miraculously survived. About 2 months later, the cancer came back in one of my lungs, and by the time they transferred me to Duke University Medical Center, it had spread to my brain. And it's interesting, two things for me. First, I could not tell that story without crying. As a matter of fact, I was about 32 before I ever told anyone.
Wow.
Because I always thought it was going to come back and I was going to die.
Wow.
And then about 32 years old, the Lord came to me about ministry, and he said to me, I saved your life not one time, not 2 times, but 3 times, and you're not going to say anything?
Wow.
You're not going to tell anybody? You're not going to say nothing? And so I started sharing it, and it really surprised a lot of people. And so but being reflective now, understanding that now this is my 30-year anniversary of being cancer-free.
Yes. If I was in church, I would cut a step up here right now.
I want to run right now because The enemy chased me with that diagnosis for years, and what he tried to tell me is that you'll never give birth to anything. You know, when you start having cancer in your uterus, you always it always is attributed to, you know, reproduction. And so it was teaching me, you're going to die, and if you try to birth anything, it'll never come to life. But I said all that to say, to sit here now and understand that I worried about things that I shouldn't have worried about.
Wow.
I spent too much time on things that I should not have spent as much time on.
We are all guilty.
I allowed people who did not deserve the power in my life to have entirely too much power. And to sit here today, I just want to tell anybody, one, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. God personally designed you, short, tall, thick, thin. You know, I love the skin that I am. My 12 is protecting my 8. That's just what it is. But you have to love, okay? You have to love the skin you're in, whatever season you're going through. You could be going through a thin season. Ladies, you know, you can be going through a thick season.
Look at me now.
But even in relationships or anything like that, I just think it's imperative for you to take a personal assessment on your value, who you are, what it is that you want to achieve, and what you want to be. And everything in your life, the money you make, the people you align yourself with, where you spend your time should line up with that value.
That's good.
And if I had known that, I promise you I'd be further along, because I spent way too much time on things that had nothing to do with my value.
That's very good.
So that's what's on my heart. I want y'all to get ahead. I want you to win. I want you to be prime poised in position for that which you already have. Because here's the thing. God is not making anything because you're praying. You are getting what you pray about because it's already been made. Amen. He said he gave you all things pertaining to life and godliness. So there's some things that are waiting for you that you haven't achieved yet because you have not established the proper value for yourself, Amen. Set the proper boundaries, and move forward in that area. So I want you to win.
Oh my goodness, isn't she incredible? There's so many women who speak women empowerment, and I appreciate your voice for being such a fresh voice in the earth. And whenever you see that Dr. Don Harvey is doing an event, do your absolute best to get there. I promise you, it will not just be a moment, it will be an experience, and transformation will take place. With that being said, you have some great events coming up.
I do.
Well, I have to talk about this one first because it's about namesake. And the one and only Nakia Marie is having a conference coming up in about a week and a half.
It's the 4th and the 5th.
The 4th and the 5th of August, called Pretty Girls Wait. Is that what it's called? Pretty Girls Wait. And Dr. Don Harvey is one of the speakers. Make sure you reach out to Dr. Don Harvey on Facebook so you can see the flyer. What's your Facebook name?
Dr. Don M. Harvey.
And Instagram is the same exact
thing, everything.
Find her on social media. Get the information for that flyer. It's going to be an awesome experience. And the next event that you're speaking at is one of the ladies that I actually adore. We work together on the Senior Wives team of Global United Fellowship. Pastor Yolanda Peoples is having a conference coming up August 9th through the 13th called A Woman's Experience. And guess who she has? No one other than Dr. Don Harvey. And who's the special guest?
Listen, though, Cicely Tyson. Let me tell y'all, I had to get my life. When I got that invitation, here's the thing about Cicely Tyson. She may not be structured. We see her in the movies and we see her in other things, but this woman is 92 years old, which means she has experienced almost 100 years of the span of life in the earth. So any wisdom that she dropped is going to be a nugget. If she tells you how to fry chicken, it's going to be a nugget in there.
Yes.
Like, it's going to be so profound. And so she has Yolanda Adams. She has Tina from Tina Campbell from Mary. She has Judge Hatchett, who is amazing. She's an amazing speaker. And so it's just a great lineup. Jacqueline Duncan is also one of the workshop presenters, as myself. And so I'll be there on the 11th. The event is the 9th through the 13th. I'm actually going to be one of the workshop speakers. I have 3 sessions on the 11th, and I'd love for you to come. I think we start at 9:30, but the entire event is just structured. It's going to be phenomenal.
Excellent. Again, to find all of the information, that event, A Woman's Experience, is going to be held at the Jericho City of Praise. And again, any information pertaining to the events for Dr. Don Harvey, please go to her social media pages to do so. Thank you for joining us on your birthday. Welcome. Thank you so very much. In addition to events, she is a best-selling author. And one of the books that she's going to talk about today is a book that's setting trends and saving lives, and that is
Marriage Unbreakable: The War Against Divorce.
Yes.
And it's just a lot of people ask me why you're single. You know, why do you write about marriage? Because I don't want anyone else to end up divorced. I went through my divorce, and afterwards I started counseling women, trying to help them not end up divorced. They start bringing their husbands. Their husbands start telling their friends at work, and I looked up and I had more men bringing their wives to counseling than I did women. And they will tell on those women in a minute, because I have different programs like FAIR, F-A-I-R, what that means, faith, admiration, integrity, and respect. When you make decisions, you should be fair, but it tells them how to make those decisions. So the husbands will call me and say, "She not being fair, Pastor Dawn. She not be." They tell on the women, "Y'all something else." It's so funny. But what I did is, one of the husbands said to me, "Pastor Dawn, could you start putting these strategies in the book? The 4 personality types. What's your relationship end game? How do you want this thing to turn out?" And so my heart's desire is that my mistakes will become your blessing.
Amen.
That I can shorten your learning curve, and that this book can help single individuals pick the right mate from the beginning, so that you're not in a position where you're even thinking about divorce.
Amen.
And how to help married couples avoid the pitfalls of divorce. So get your copy today everywhere. Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, online. It's available.
Yes, get the book. Life of Books did this book on December of last year. So go to our webpage, www.awomansvoicematters.net, and you can see the video that we did on this book. It's incredible.
It was
Thank
so
you
good.
so very much. You know, people like you, I call the real MVPs, because when you take your hurt and your pain and you put it to paper to save somebody else, you are really the real MVP. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
for having me.
This has been a wonderful A Woman's Voice segment. Every time we have an opportunity to come before you and share, we count it an honor. Thank you so very much for being such a consistent audience. We absolutely love and adore you. We pray for each and every one of you. Thank you. And I just want to sign off with A Woman's Voice, leaving you with these 3, just little phrase. The only way to be the absolute beautiful person that you are is to be the one that God created you to be. So be you, no matter what the cost is. There's so many blessings behind that. And with that being said, stay tuned for Dr. Renee Allen. She has a phenomenal show.
Yes.
Second half of the show, you will not feel like you wasted 1 second of your time tuning in.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gave my best to some who only gave their worst, but that's alright. I never had your love, well, you won't be the last, nor you my first, so that's alright. 'Cause this life will be back around. So don't let it let you down. Say the night is young and we are too. Let's bring some rules, 'cause we ain't got no curfew. Oh, baby, say the night is young and we are too. Let's bring some rules, 'cause we ain't got no curfew. Yeah, say it. And yeah, say it. What good is love if your heart is where it stays? Now that ain't right. And what good's a song if you don't sing your pain away every night? 'Cause this life will be back around. So don't let it let you down. Say the night is young and we are too. Let's break some rules, 'cause we ain't got no curfew. Oh, baby, say the night is young and we are too. Let's bring some rules. The night is young, and we are too, yeah. The night is young, ooh, baby. Say the night is young, and we are too. Let's bring some rules, 'cause we ain't got no curfew. And yeah, 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 say, gave my best to some who only gave their worst, but that's alright. I never had your love, well you won't be the last, knowing you my first, so that's alright. 'Cause this life will be back around. So don't let it let you down. Say the night is young and we are too. Let's bring some rules, 'cause we ain't got no curfew. Oh, baby, say the night is young and we are too. Let's bring some rules, 'cause we ain't got no curfew. Yeah, 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 say it. And yeah, 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 say it. What good is love if your heart is where it stays? Now that ain't right. And what good's a song if you don't sing your pain away every night? 'Cause this life will be back around. So don't let it let you down.
Hello and welcome back to the Renee Allen and Friends show. Kudos to my girl, Lady Nakia Wright, and Pastor Dawn Harvey. It's her birthday. Our co-host Karen Marie Austin's birthday. Any more birthdays? What an awesome segment. I love her so much. I love both of those women. So have a great birthday. Listen, I'm sitting here with another woman that I adore. Friend to the show, sponsor to the show, broker, owner of Remax Supreme, which is an amazing company. So I want you to really support this girl here, Melanie Gamble. You're welcome. Then I also have Mo Ducis, and if you know, he does BKE events all around town and beyond, and is the founder of the DC Swim Week. Yes.
Almost here.
Yes. Can we show? Yes, there it is. Can you talk about it a little bit?
Absolutely. This is our third year. You know, it's a great production. We have some amazing designers, amazing models, great talents from all over, from New York all the way to Miami, just meeting right in the middle of DC. So very excited.
This is the third year, right?
This is the third year,
My
yes,
God.
and going strong and getting better every year. So
Yes.
yeah,
So I don't know
very
if
proud.
everyone saw the flyer and the details, but where is it and how much is it to get in there?
So it's going to be at the St. Gregory. So tomorrow we have the press launch and we are doing the launch party, and then we're going to kick it off at the French Embassy, legendary. So
yes.
you're all great fans of the embassy. So 28th and the 29th. So the tickets are ranging anywhere from $60 to all the way to almost $250. So depending your situation.
Yeah, well, it's worth it because once I was there last year, and once you are in this beautiful environment of models and designers and celebrities and Mo and all of his great people, you want to be in the front, the VIP. So you might as well just get a VIP ticket and call it a day.
You don't want to miss the great show, right?
Yeah.
Up close.
Yes. So I will be there, and I hope that all of you are. That's why Mo is here with his busy schedule. He's coming in and leaving out.
Yes.
But just anything else you want to tell our audience?
That'll be all, and just come to the show and check us out. And there's some great talent. Great to have you back at the show.
Thank you. I'm honored to be back.
You're all very happy and excited.
Yeah, so how can they get a hold of you again?
So you can info@dcswimweek.com. It's like the best email to reach out to us.
Awesome.
And go from there.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You can grab some of that 2 fish and 5 loaves barbecue if you want on the way out. That's Chef TJ Williams. Yes, thank you. I love Mo. Look, so we're going to tighten up this a little bit, and we're going to talk about all the great things that you are doing. I am so excited about one of the newest things that have happened in your life. Can you share with our viewers what's going on?
Yes. So Renee, thank you for having me back once again. I really appreciate it. And yes, I just published my book, Unintended Consequences, The Great Recession's Impact on Communities of Color. And so in this book, I talk about what happened. We're coming up on the 10-year anniversary of the Great Recession and when the housing market crashed and we saw the mortgage industry take a collapse. So I really, because I've been a broker for over 17 years now, so I lived through the Great Recession. Actually suffered personally through some of the same things that my clients did, and I just felt a real pulling. I felt like the Lord had placed it on my heart to write a book about it, and I had been putting it off. And in 2015, as you know, I'm a breast cancer survivor.
Yes.
And so in 2015, when I'd gone for my annual mammogram, I received a letter in the mail, which some people say, oh, it's just innocuous, it's routine. But I received a letter saying that I had to come back for additional testing.
Wow.
Well, needless to say, the 2 weeks while I was waiting for that additional testing and for the results, and I was like, okay, Lord, I'm going to do whatever you're telling me to do, because I cannot imagine having to go through cancer again and the treatment, and I just could not imagine that. And so thank God everything is fine. Glory to God. Yes, I am so thankful that everything is fine. But like I said, that really pushed me to start writing this. So it's been close to 2 years that I started, but we're here now. Yay! Yes.
I'm so proud of you.
Yes,
Where do you
thank
find
you,
the
thank
time?
you.
You were just the $20 million lady for Remax Supreme, just 2016. Where do you find the time? Because we have a beautiful picture of you and your family, and you dedicate so much.
you.
I don't know how you do it.
It is truly the grace of God. It's my standard answer, but it is the truth. That is really the truth. When I initially got into real estate, being an entrepreneur, so many people who are entrepreneurs, I think it's, in their mind, they're saying, oh, because it's the flexibility. I get to set my own hours, which is true. I mean, it does allow for great flexibility, but the reality is a lot of times, and my staff laughs because I'm up. A lot of times, when everybody else is sleeping,
Many hours.
I'm up, right? So people laugh because they'll get an email from me at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and then people that know me, they'll say, "Now, were you just going to bed, or were you just waking up? Which one was it?" Yeah. So. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about where your offices are, because I know you're a woman of God.
Yes.
You're a powerful inspiration to many women.
Thank you.
You've received awards because of that, even as recent as last month. You just started this book. Where are your offices located?
So we have an office in Oxon Hill, National Harbor.
Near the MGM.
Right. Right. And we have an office in Bowie.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's Lanham. road?
Right, Vista Gardens,
Vista Garden,
Shopping
yes.
Center.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I really want you to support her because and I'm going to be, she's looking for something for me. And I want you to support her because she is the real deal. She really cares about your piece of the rock.
Thank you,
And
Renee.
and that's why I love you so much, Plus I love
thank you.
supporting women. Yes.
Yes.
Do you have that picture
Yes.
of her with her family? Because recently you went to a book.
I was at the
Sunny, right?
NAACP. Actually,
Yes. Do you
this
have
past
that
weekend,
picture,
I
darling?
spoke on a panel.
You have that picture of her? Look, he's talking to somebody.
Yeah. Okay.
The picture that she's there with like 3 little boys and a gentleman. Oh my goodness! I thought I sent it.
Oh, it's okay.
Wow. Well, let's talk about that book experience that you had. Your first one, right? The first one was down in Florida.
Yes. The first one was down in Florida. I actually have not officially released the book yet. I have not. So the people that have received copies, these are actually what you would send out in a PR kit. So this isn't even like the final.
Yay. So I'm honored today. We're all honored. WLBS listeners on the Renee Allen and Friends show. And what is it again?
It is Unintended Consequences, the Great Recession's Impact on Communities of Color.
My. Yes. Oh, yes.
Yes.
And you see that big rock on her finger too, y'all? She has a love story that to live for.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yes, and we'll
That's
talk
true.
about that another time too, because you're
Yes.
going to be coming back and back.
Yes, thank you.
So,
Thank
do you
you.
have any tips before we get ready to call our caller in for today? Do you have any tips for the home buyer? I mean, you have been on before, but there's so many
Yes.
different people that tune in.
Right. Absolutely. I will say the number one tip that I can give everyone is to know your numbers. And what I mean by that is know what your credit score is. Because your credit score impacts your entire life. It's not just in home buying. It is also in auto finance, life insurance.
Yes.
Some jobs these days, especially in the DC marketplace, they run your credit for security clearance.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, knowing your numbers is really, really important because credit is the one thing that you have control over. Mm-hmm. There's so many things that we don't have control over, but credit truly is the one thing that you have control over. So I encourage everyone to really know your numbers. You can go to freecreditreport.com. You can receive a free credit report once a year. And then there are also, of course, services that you can sign up for that will allow you to pull your credit as well. And then it also is very helpful if you have a monitoring service on your credit. I have that. So anytime someone pulls my name, you'd be surprised there's actually a Melanie Gamble in Maryland.
Other than you?
Other than me. That has a different middle initial. And you will be surprised how many times my credit has been dinged.
Wow.
And then I've had to call the people to say, that's not me.
That's good stuff. That's
Yes.
good information.
Yeah.
And as an African American woman, and I see so many African American people not caring about their credit. I've just witnessed it. I'm sorry. Don't hate me for it. But you have to care about your credit.
You do.
Right?
Absolutely.
Talk to him,
Yes.
Melanie.
Yeah, no, absolutely. One of the things that I discuss in this book is not only your credit, but your personal finances. So often we, in our communities, and not just in African American communities, but I feel as though we fall victim more so than anyone else because we often don't have traditional means of credit and being able to borrow. So a lot of times we go to family and friends to borrow.
Right,
and
that's true.
And unfortunately, while we may have the very best intentions and in our heart, we say, I'm going to pay you back. Renee, I promise if you give me this $2,000, I'm going to pay you back.
Yeah.
And we have the very best intentions, and we mean it when we say it. Right. It's not that we don't intend on paying you back, but life gets in the way. Something happens.
Life gets in the way.
And a story that I recount in the book is where an elderly woman took out a reverse mortgage on her home to help her children who they were about to go into foreclosure. So she took out a reverse mortgage on her home to give them the money to bail their house out of foreclosure, only for them to end up going into foreclosure anyway.
Oh, my.
And with that happening, then the mom ended up losing her home.
My God.
So I tell people, don't throw good money after bad.
Right.
Sometimes no is a hard word, but sometimes that's what people need to hear. They need to hear no.
It's funny you said that because our girl, Karen Marie Austin, just said that coming out of GW. She was like, I'm going to have to learn how to be more selective.
Yes.
And be intentional.
Yes.
With the no.
Yes.
So, yes, Karen, I just said what you said.
Yes.
But, well,
Absolutely.
listen, how do they get a hold of you before we call Attorney James Smith? How do they get a hold of you to get a copy of this book or to actually come to Remax Supreme?
Yes. So if you wish to purchase a copy of my book, it is available at my website, www.melaniegamble.com. And my name is spelled MELANIEGAMBLE. That is melaniegamble.com. That's where you can purchase the book. And then also, my office, where I am mostly every day, is in the Vista Garden Shopping Center. We are in the section right above Chipotle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so people know that we're anchored by Chipotle and AT&T.
Yes.
So we're right above Chipotle.
Right.
Yep.
I love it. I love it. Well,
Yes.
let's call, I have, with the Honorable former Congresswoman Corrine Brown and all the
Yes.
nonsense they're putting that woman of God and community through. Attorney James Smith, her attorney, is going to talk about the update and things about that and what's
Okay.
going on.
Okay.
So let's see if we can put on speaker. Oh, no. Oh. Okay, so let's see. And then you can.
This is James.
Hi, Attorney James Smith. How are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. About yourself?
You are on live, and thank you so much for taking out some time out of your busy schedule to talk to us. Listen, the WLVS listeners and myself and Melanie Gamble here at Remax Supreme, we'd like to get an update on the former Congresswoman Corrine Brown and the Honorable Woman Corrine Brown's what's going on down in Florida.
Absolutely. Well, here's the update. As you may recall, the last time that I spoke with you, I was preparing for trial, and we ended up taking the case to trial. The Congresswoman has always maintained her innocence, and we were in court for 2 whole weeks. And the government called about 40 witnesses. We called a number of witnesses. And then here's the interesting thing that happened in the case. When the case was submitted to the jury for deliberations, on the second day of deliberations, there was a juror number 8, who called the judge's clerk and complained about the behavior of another juror.
My.
It was very odd. She said that this juror number 13 was making references to religion and to higher beings. I know that our time is limited, but just to summarize, what ended up happening is that the judge conducted a hearing, and we found out that juror number 13 had said the following. He said that before the trial, God had given him a vision that Congresswoman Brown was not guilty, and that everything that he saw after in the trial just confirmed that. Now, he said that he was ultimately basing his decision on the law and the evidence, but he also said this is just an example of how you should trust God, that God will never lead you astray.
That's right.
For that reason, however, the judge dismissed juror number 13 from the case. After he was dismissed, an alternate was brought in, and then 2 days later, the jury convicted the Congresswoman.
My God.
What's interesting is that juror number 13, the one who was kicked off, he was one of 3 jurors who were willing to vote to acquit, to let Congresswoman go. The other 2 jurors, after this incident, were intimidated and scared, and so they switched their votes from not guilty to guilty.
My God.
And that's how, unfortunately, a woman who has great character, a woman who faithfully served her constituents for close to 40 years,
Yes.
a woman who would never lie or steal, ended up going from being a person without a felony record to someone who has a conviction. And let me just close with this one thing that I think I find very interesting here. In the past year and a half, the Justice Department has prosecuted 2 African-American members of Congress. There was Chaka Fattah, who is from Pennsylvania, and of course, my client, Corrine Brown. In both of those cases, they only got convicted after one juror who was holding out for a not guilty verdict was kicked off by the judge. And here's the ultimate irony. In both cases, the juror who was holding out for a not guilty verdict
Yes.
was a veteran.
My God.
I just find that to be a very curious coincidence.
I find it to be very disgusting and very, very much so a real witch hunt. And that's why I have you on the show today, because I've met her. I love her. She has been one of the most amazing community leaders on the Hill. And I just wanted you to come on and please share with us how to help, how to send any money, how to send any letters. What would we do?
Well, right now, the one thing I want to let everyone know is that there is an opportunity for the court to correct what I consider to be a mistake in terms of kicking off that juror.
Yes.
On August 7th, we're going to have a hearing in the United States District Court up in Jacksonville.
Yes.
And at that hearing, the judge is going to rule on a motion that I filed to get the Congresswoman a new trial.
Yes.
If that motion is granted, then we'll have a chance to go back and she can have a fair trial. Obviously, we believe in her innocence.
Yes, I do too.
You know, I had a conversation with someone the other day, and he said, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not a fan of the Congresswoman, and I believe the evidence did support her guilt. However, I believe that the way in which she was treated was not fair. The American system is ultimately about fairness.
Yes.
And we can't feel good about the result was reached if it was reached through a process that wasn't fair.
Yes, I totally agree. I wish I could be down there. I just wish you, and I'll be praying, and I agree with juror number, was it 13?
That's correct.
I agree with him, and I'll be praying and doing whatever I can on this. And what is the fund or place that we can send the viewers? Because some of the viewers are asking what they can do.
Absolutely. Well, if they want to help out, they can contribute to what's known as the Corinne Brown Legal Expense Trust. Again, it's the Corinne Brown Legal Expense Trust. If you go online and just simply Google, which is the most amazing tool in the world,
yes,
and you type in Corinne Brown Legal Expense Trust, it'll direct you to the website. The website's very user-friendly. It allows people to pay using either PayPal or credit cards. There's also an address there that's provided if people would rather use the old school method of simply sending in money. And, the Congresswoman and I were talking the other day, and she made a point which I really truly believe, and I think everyone else believes, and it's this. This fight is not about her. This fight is about every person who at some point could face an indictment in America's criminal justice system. Oftentimes when we see examples of injustice, we tend to just walk by and not pay attention to it because it's not us.
Yes.
But what we have to remember is that this system, it really, really, truly could ultimately be everyone's worst nightmare. We live in this world where we tend to think that can never happen to us. But, my client, Congresswoman Brown, I'm sure she never thought she would be on the receiving end of an indictment. And the things that happened to her, being indicted literally a month before her primary election.
Yeah.
Having people turn on her, people who were offered sweetheart deals to testify against her.
And what about the rezoning and all that? I mean, there's so much I would like you to share with the viewers, but I just,
absolutely.
The rezoning,
Absolutely.
right? That was just preposterous.
Well, here's the thing that's interesting. The Congresswoman actually had to fight. She had to go to the Supreme Court and sue in order to be able to get into Congress. And that's because, as we've known for years, congressional districts have been drawn in a way to disadvantage African American voters.
Yes.
But she, being the trailblazer that she always is, she filed a lawsuit,
yeah,
and she got 3 seats, and she was able to eventually win one of those seats. Well, year after year, they tried to fight her at the ballot box, and they couldn't defeat her. The great thing about democracy is that ultimately the people decide. And they would try to say all sorts of bad things about her, put out all sorts of fake news and false information about her. But at the end of the day, when the voters would go to the ballot box, they'd return her to office time and time again.
Yes.
So what did they do? Well, they changed her district. They changed her district, and they took it from a district that was very favorable to her, demographically favorable but fair, and they turned it into one that was unfavorable and unfair. It was a district that suddenly had a number of rural areas and a number of prisons. And it was a district that was tailor-made to benefit someone who would run against her. Well, she sued. She took this case to the courts. And unfortunately, as a result of the redistricting and then the timing of this indictment, that ended up affecting her ability to get reelected. You know, we as a people, we need to wake up and we need to realize one thing. When you see Congresswoman Brown there on TV, or you see Chaka Fattah, or you see all these other people, you really have to understand that they're not the ones being attacked. Our community's being attacked.
Absolutely.
How do you attack the sheep? You attack the shepherd.
Yes.
You go after the leader. That's a tactic as old as civilization. You go after the leaders, and that's what's been going on here in this case.
Since the beginning of time. Yeah.
Since the beginning of time.
I want to thank you.
Time.
Yeah, I want to thank you so much, Attorney James Smith. I mean, she'll always be a hero of mine and so many, and I trust the people will make the right decision. And I just want to say, just hang in there, and I know that things will come out on the good side of a good woman.
Absolutely. And again, I'd ask everyone to pray for us for a successful outcome, the hearing that's scheduled for August 7th.
Sir, thank you. God bless you, and say hello to our community leader extraordinaire.
Thank you, ma'am, and thank you for time. And I really appreciate all the wonderful work you do for this community.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
God bless you too.
All right, goodbye.
Bye-bye now. Listen, please support her, please, because when someone comes after you, even in whether it's the government, no matter what it is, it's just a lot of shenanigans, and people need help. Let's just help this honorable woman. Listen, I want to thank Two Fish and Five Loaves Barbecue chef Terrence for bringing in some barbecue. Thank you. You want to come over for a minute to close out the show with me? Also, I want to thank Joseph Braxton of Lapels for a Cause. I'm wearing one of my favorite here. And this is Chef. And we just want to say, God bless you. We'll see you next week. And keep tuning in. And I will keep coming in.
Thank you.
Love you. Thank you, Melanie Gamble. Get her book. Bye-bye now.
Miss Renee Show. Hey, Miss Renee Show. Where we at on Miss Renee Show? I said where we at, y'all, on the Miss Renee Show. Yeah, where we at, y'all? Hey, where we at, y'all? Right here on Georgia Avenue. Oh yeah, we right here, y'all.
Miss Renee Show.
We gon' sing right here.
Miss Renee Show.
Yeah, Miss Renee.
Show.
Oh yeah, we gon' do it here.
Miss Renee Show.
Right here in Listen Vision, y'all.
Miss Renee Show.
Oh yeah, Miss Renee.
Miss Renee Show.
I like how you sing it.
Thank you, Mustafa.
Girl, I like how you sing it now.
Thank you, Mustafa.
And where we at now?
Miss Renee Show.
If they didn't know it's,
Thank you, Mustafa.
hey, you're welcome, miss.
Miss Renee Show.